Well, it just keeps getting better. I took a few days off from making Mr. Beast centric content, and lo and behold, here we are. So, another person has come out to make some accusations against Mr. Beast. This one is a fellow named Ty Orr. Ty Orr is a content guy. He has a YouTube channel. You can check him out on YouTube. I'm not going to link anything, so I'm too lazy to do that. And what basically the claim is this: that Mr. Beast stole ideas from him. So he they reached out to him, or he applied, and they reached back and said, "Hey, come in, we'll talk to you." He flew out to wherever Mr. Beast's headquarters, I think it's North Carolina, had a meeting with them. It didn't pan out that he'd be a good actor, but they wanted him for ideas. They wanted to hire him as an idea guy, a thought person, and that's a good job to have. Most people don't realize this, but the actors you see on television didn't write those scripts, man. Someone had to come up with those ideas. You got writers, you have directors, you have visual art people that come in. Production is a big deal with a lot of moving parts. That's why if you watch the end of the movie, watch the credits, you'll see a lot of different titles for people like that you wouldn't understand, like a gaffer, a key grip, things like that. Foley artists, which for the record are people that make noise, the sound effects. Well, this fellow, Ty Orr, he goes and has a meeting again. They tell him, "Hey, you're not going to be cut for acting, but we want you for ideas, so come on in again." Goes in, meets with them. He goes into, and they take his ideas that he liked. He gets put up with a group of people. He breaks them down, what the group order is for each kind of group. From the top to the bottom of who's in this creative group. His idea gets shot down by the number one in the group because they don't like it. But they have a big meeting and no ideas are coming out. And so he pitches his. He says, "You know what? Number one in my group didn't like it. Maybe I'll go above his head in this meeting." And he pitched his idea. Had to do with a Mario themed thing in an obstacle course, moving platforms, etc. Well, the idea seemed like it took off. It was a great idea. We love it. And then they cut ties with him. Now, he wasn't working for the company at this point that I know of. He says he doesn't remember signing an NDA, a non-disclosure agreement, but he does remember signing in on a notepad when he went into the company, which guarantee you for a fact there's going to be an NDA every time you sign into that building, whether you're an employee or not. You're not supposed to give away trade secrets if you're there visiting even. If you're there being interviewed, you're not supposed to do that. And his idea ends up, even after they cut ties with him, being used exactly on Beast games, is his claim. That it was his idea, and, they just took it and ran with it when they let him go. Now, here's a couple things to think about here. I don't know what else to think of these allegations. I mean, this is, even if it's true, this is common practice in a lot of industry. It's not good practice. It's I don't know if it's illegal, but it's really bad form. But technically, if you give someone your idea and you don't have a copyright on it, what do you expect, man? If you're not an employee of the company, then, or being hired on as a subcontractor would be a better option, because then you have a little more foundation there. Usually when you go to work for a company, they make you sign something that says, if you have any ideas while working for this company, they belong to the company if they're profitable. We get to have them now. That's why we're hiring you, especially if you're being hired as an idea person. I'm not one to take the side of Mr. Beast because, again, I don't care that much about it. It's just interesting to talk about here. But in this case, it seems a little bit of a stretch to be a problem. I understand why, if it's true, why Ty Orr would be upset about it. Having your idea taken from you, an idea that you came up with, that you offered up to help them, and then get shafted and told that they don't need you, only to turn around and use your idea. That's not just shady. That's just terrible. That's a terrible thing to do as an individual. As a person that made that decision, you're a bad person, if that's true. You should not be sleeping. You should be eaten alive with guilt. The problem is, that's not how justice works in this world. So, but does that make it illegal? No, I don't think so. There has to be more information. Obviously, I don't have all the answers here. That said, definitely shady if it's true. Not good. Not a good look. But with all the other things going on with Mr. Beast right now, I think that's the least of his concerns. This situation probably not the biggest problem he has on his plate, considering all the allegations that are coming out. I mean, this guy's has and has had what, hundreds of people working for him, and there's no way more people aren't going to come out and try to get involved with it. And guys, like, I know I shit on the guy a lot, but and again, I don't know Mr. Beast. I'm just seeing what looks really bad, but that doesn't mean he's absolutely guilty of any of it. You know, there's definitely the question should arise as to why he went and decided, well, now is a good time to go and scrub that hentai picture off the wall, or whatever they call it, lolly picture, off the wall of all those videos that Jimmy was looking at while sitting in the front room of the guy's house, or the person's house. It's a guy then, okay? It's fine. Calm down. It doesn't matter anymore. Now, where does this go for Mr. Beast? And I'm going to guess not very far, again, with this. I don't think the guy is going to have any legal foot to stand on, unless there's more to the story that I haven't heard, which is fine. Let me know in the comments if there is. But I would say wait till you guys get all the information before just jumping on Mr. Beast, or even before defending him, because you don't want to die on that hill either. If he's guilty of this stuff and you've been defending it this whole time, you're going to come out looking dumb. If you're sitting there saying he's absolutely guilty of all this, you're going to come out looking dumb. So just calm down and wait for more facts to come out on every case. There's so much of it. And also, where do you think this is really going to go? What it's doing is providing people like me with things to talk about, to make videos on. That's pretty much all it's doing, which is great, because they won't let us make fun of the fucking Olympic breakdancing and show it on the fucking channel. Anyway, let me know your thoughts down below. Give me a subscription and a like if you want. I'd appreciate it. Help my channel grow. Offset some of the negative comments. Apparently one person really didn't like me and went haywire on my page and down-liked all my things. So if you want to help with that, I'd appreciate it. All right, I'm going to play video games. Moo out.